Guys, here I have for the Necrons the new Lychguard Praetorians. These are plastic, which I'm a big fan of. None of that fine cast in here. These are your new elite selections that you can have. Some of the new elite selections that you can have for the Necron army. In here we have bases, 5 of, but I might see if I can find a nicer base to put these on. We have transfer sheets with the newer one, and we have the older one that maybe more of a fan of the older one. Then you have an actual booklet of 8 pages of how to build your Lychguard and your Praetorians. The Lychguard come with a war scythe, which you can swap for a hyperphase sword and a dispersion shield. Don't know, war scythes are just that good, it's hard to tell. The Praetorians come with a Rod of Covenant. It's got a little AP2 shot, strength 5 I believe, which you can swap for a Void Blade and a particle caster. Void Blade is still a power weapon, so it's up to yourself now what you choose, guys. But here, if we get a look at the sprues, here is part of your war scythe, your staff for the war scythe, which you also can use for the Rod of Covenant, the same staff I believe. Particle casters, legs, all the Necron legs now have the little patterns on them for the various factions and whatnot. Different arms here, bodies, I believe these are the Praetorian bodies. Here we have the other sides of the bodies, the backs and the fronts. Here we have your Void Blade. I like the look of Void Blade. It reminds me of Predator 2, the thing that Danny Glover steals off the Predator and cuts its arm off with and whatnot. Here we have some of the heads for them, and of course that's your shield, your disruption shield. On the rest of the sprues is all basically the same things. Disruption shields, war scythes, that's part of the Rod of Covenant. Legs, again. All these bits are, a lot it's interchangeable for the back of your model there. The spine sort of bit. Top of the Rod of Covenant again. And the last sprue, basically the same thing. Shields, Lychguard, Rod of Covenant, war scythe bits, or hyperphase sword there. That would be war scythe, that's your hyperphase sword. The various bits that goes on your models, the other side of a particle caster, again hyperphase sword, war scythe, body, cool legs to get now, shields, more particle casters. All straightforward, guys. My debate with both of these things is which is best, because there's a fine cusp of a line between both. But I'm going to go and I'll build us one of each, and we'll get to see what they look like in the second half of the video. Guys, I have my Praetorians and Lychguard built. I've built one of each option. So here, if we look at the first of our Praetorians, this is him here. He has the Rod of Covenant, strength 5, AP2, assault 1 shot, and a power weapon. So he's getting his strength 5 power weapon. He'll get 2 attacks on the charge, but it's alright. So that's our first Praetorian. This is our second one. He has the Void Blade and the Particle Caster, which is Rending and Tropic Strike and strength 6 AP 5 shot. It's a bit of a balance out whether you want slightly stronger shot, and that counts as a blade and a pistol, so these guys will get 3 attacks on the charge. But it's a bit of a balancing act. But the model itself looks good. Painting in behind here, you may have to paint that before you put these back bits on, but it's up to yourself. Depending on how good a painter you are, you'll worry about it. They were our Praetorians. They are the jumping infantry, so they get there first. Here is our Lychguard. The bog standard Lychguard, before you can upgrade him, comes with a war scythe. This is my power weapon of choice. Problem is, it's initiative 2, so it's not going to work. But you could do some nice painting on him His base looks well. The war scythe has been a great weapon, but I don't know if I'm a huge fan of him. The only thing you can do is you can swap and upgrade him to get the dispersion shield and the hyper phase sword, which is power weapon and shield. You'll get strength 5 power weapon, I believe, and you'll have your shield that can bounce the shots off on the enemy. So if you have somebody marching up to you with like the plasma pistols and whatnot before they shoot you, they could kill themselves with them, no bother. Again, the model itself is a cool looking model. I like the shield. I know shields are, storm shield type things are getting to be a bit ubiquitous across the 40k universe, but it is in Von save, and you do need them these days. There's so many guys with power weapons out there, and AP2 and AP1, it's fierce. But cool looking models, guys, all in all. I like the look of them. Especially like these bases. I think these bases are great looking bases for Necrons. I really do. But it's really up to you guys. What do you think of them? I am a fan of the models, but are you? Stick your comments in below and tell us what you think.